I was just practicing my guitar. My name's John, and I'm here in my tiny studio in Northern California, and I'm offering some free guitar lessons. Many of you, like me, are staying at home now with the current coronavirus crisis. So if you've ever always wanted to learn to play guitar, now is a great time to do that. It's a wonderful instrument. I started when I was about 10 years old, and I've taught it over the years in public schools and with private students. So, okay, well, let's get started. You will need a guitar. So if you already have one, great. You can also buy one online, Craigslist. Maybe if your aunt has an old guitar that you can use, that would be fantastic. When you first get your guitar, it's going to be really out of tune probably. So you will need to tune it up. And so what you do is you play the string, and then I would recommend you get a tuning app from the internet, something like the Fender app, which I believe is free. And you play the note, and then the app will tell you whether the note is in tune or not. I've got it. You can also use one of these. This is an electronic tuner, and I'll turn this on. It has a little needle on it, and when I play the note, the needle should be right in the middle, and I get a green light. If the note is too low, I tighten up the string till it's right in the middle. Okay, there it is. Perfect. And we're ready to go. Let's go over the parts of the guitar first. So these strings, notice there are 6 of them. They go into this part right here. This is called the bridge, this black part here. The white part that the strings actually sit on is the saddle. The sound comes out here, that's called the sound hole. We already talked about the tuners. Now, these are called frets. And those, when I push my finger down, that actually stops the string and changes the pitch of the note. And you put your fingers on the fretboard. Those are the terms I think that we need to know right now. So let's go over the 6 strings of the guitar. So starting with we start with the bottom string, which is the first string, and that's an E. The second string up is called a B string. Third string is a G. The fourth string is a D. Fifth string is A. And the low string is an E. So notice there are 2 E strings, a high E and a low E, and that's because in music, in a regular 8-note scale, you start on one note, let's say it was an E, you will end on a high E, and so there are 2 E's on the guitar. So we're going to practice actually just on the bottom 3 strings. Remember that was the E string, the B string, and the G string. So it would be great if you could learn the names of those strings this week. And the way this exercise goes is we're going to play each string 4 times. Okay, so I'm going to play it 4 times, and then I'd like you to echo me and play it 4 times. If you're using a guitar pick, like I am, what you want to do is to pick both directions, down and up. We call that alternating picking, and actually you can play much faster and much smoother when you play that way. If you don't have a pick, for now you can use your thumb, or you can use your fingers back and forth, anything that works. Okay, so again, I'm going to play 4 E's, and then you echo me, I'll play 4 B's, you echo me, 4 G's. My turn first. Ready, play. My turn. my turn. And play. Okay, how'd it go? It's a little tricky at first, but just by practicing, you'll definitely improve. Shall we try it one more time? Me first. I'll start with E's. Now your turn. Now to the B string, my turn. Ready, B. My turn, G. And your turn. Okay, did you do better the second time? Keep working on that and it will definitely improve. Okay, well, I think it's time to add some fingers here with our left hand. And since we have two hands, even if you were left-handed, generally the guitar is played the same way with our fingers with our left hand and our picking with our right hand. Some people play the other way around, but generally people play this way even if they're left-handed. Okay, so let's go over our fingers. Now for piano, your thumb is considered number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But for guitar, we start actually with your pointer finger is number 1, your middle finger is number 2, and your ring finger is number 3. When we don't use any fingers at all, we just say 0. So I'm going to play 0 twice. And then I put my first finger down, my thumb goes in the middle of the neck, and you kind of squeeze between your thumb and your first finger, curve your first finger up a little bit. 2 first fingers. Now keeping my first finger there, I add my second finger. Now I suggest that you keep both fingers down when you play rather than, you could actually get a sound like that, and sometimes we do that, but it's a little easier if you keep them both down because that gives you support. Okay, now we're going to add all 3 fingers and play that one for 2 times as well. Okay, so the exercise sounds like this. I play each note twice. And then you will echo me. You will repeat the same thing. So me first, 2 E's, 2 first fingers, 2 second fingers, 2 third fingers. We start with 0. My turn. And go. Let's do it again. My turn. Ready and play. Okay, so what you're listening for is a nice, clean, ringing sound. If your finger is only down part way, it'll sound like that. So check, make sure you're in the middle, make sure your finger is curved up, and make sure you're squeezing between your thumb and your fingers that you're playing there. Okay, well, another way to play is called a chord. And a chord is 3 or more notes. It's 3 or more special notes that harmonize with each other. Those are all chords. And it's a nice sound if you're playing folk guitar or pop guitar and you want to sing along with something. So the first one is called the G chord. So what I'm going to do is put all 3 fingers down. So my third finger is down nice firmly, and I'm going to strum that one 4 times. Then the next chord, I put my first finger down on the second string, and that's called a C chord. And then the third chord is an A minor chord. So I keep my first finger down there, and now I put my second finger down on the 2nd fret. Sounds a little different. It's kind of sad a little bit, the minor chord. Okay, so the exercise is 4 G's, first finger down, 4 C's. Add your second finger and 4 A's. And 1 G at the end. Okay, would you try it with me? Let's see if we can do it together on the count of 4. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, how'd you do? Shall we try it one more time? Yeah, make sure to keep your fingers down firmly on the note. All right, once again, 4 G's, 4 C's, 4 A minors, and 1 G at the end. 2, ready, play. Now we go to C, put your first finger down. And A minor now. And 1 G. And that's what the full G chord sounds. Okay, so you have some things to practice this week. So work on that. I will, now, if you're interested, on my website, johnbeemancomposer.com, that's Johnb as in boy, EEMAN.com, under one of the pull-down menus, I will put these materials up there under free guitar lessons. So just, if you want that as a guide, and thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful, and good luck, and keep practicing.